Through intuitive design and a broad functional scope of seamlessly integrated business applications, Odoo empowers users and fosters business growth. November's release of Odoo 17 showcased many new and exciting features, including a sleek and modern UI, redesigned modules, increased automation, and more. In this session, we're diving into an out-of-the-box workflow, exploring contacts, inventory, purchase, sales, and accounting modules, while highlighting a few of these key changes. Odoo 17's facelift blends innovation with aesthetics. On our home screen, you will notice the updated icons and a contemporary color palette that exudes a fresh, new style, all while preserving its user-friendly essence. Each icon identifies a different department you might have in your business. With Odoo's modular structure and scalable capabilities, it stands out as the perfect choice for small to medium-sized businesses. Now, going to our apps module, this is where you can download additional applications that could be useful as your business grows. Right now we have it in Kanban view, but we can view it in list form as well. We have the ability to look at specific categories of apps. We could go industry specific and see all the modules that are available. We can search for specific categories or modules. So we're looking at sales. We want to see all those related. You can see what's been installed versus not installed. And so really this just kind of highlights how Odoo can adapt seamlessly as your company expands and grows. Going back to our home screen, as an administrator, you're going to have access to all the modules installed in your Odoo instance. However, this might not be ideal for all of your employees, so I do want to point out that through the settings module, you can configure and manage what each user will have access to. So sales can have access to sales and CRM, but they can be excluded from access to the accounting module, for example. Let's take a look now at the top right corner. Here in the menu, we have a couple of functions that are helpful during our day, such as our activities drop-down. These are to-dos or tasks that have been assigned to you. Then under the chat icon or chat bubble, we have basically an instant messenger function within Odoo. And then under our profile, we have documentation, support links to Odoo, and then also dark mode, which is a newer feature similar to what you have on your phone. Toggle it on or off for easier viewing environment. And then under my profile, you can actually edit your contact information, manage your password, submit requests for time off, as well as configure your HR settings. So now that we have a general understanding of the navigation within Odoo, we're going to go ahead and move into our contacts module. Now we'll get started in our contacts module by taking a look at things that are consistent throughout Odoo. The first being our action button. This purple action button up here in the top, it's going to direct us to create a new contact or the next logical step in a workflow. Here on the right, we have different views that we can see our contacts. First, we had it in Kanban, but we can also put it in list form. We also have the search bar here with advanced features. Now we're able to filter as well as group or directly search from the search bar itself. This is new in Odoo 17. When we open up our contact, the first thing we're going to identify is whether it is an individual or company. In our case, Deco Attic is a company, so we've selected that box. Then we're going to add their contact information. Here below, we have the ability to add additional contacts, whether it's other addresses, invoice, or delivery addresses. Those can be added there. Under sales and purchasing, this is where we're going to add the different information, be it a customer or a vendor. Under accounting, we'll add the bank accounts, journals, etc. And then internal notes, this is really just great for us to use if there's any delivery specifics, things of that nature. Something else that's changed for Odoo 17 is the location of our smart buttons. We've moved it out of the contact form and actually up above, so it increases our viewing area. We can drill down still into these smart buttons, identifying different records that we need to look into. So a sales order, for example, quickly get our answers to any questions we might have, and utilizing the breadcrumbs, we'll be able to navigate back to our original contacts module. To the right of the contact form is the chatter. Again, something you'll see throughout Odoo. We're able to log our communication, send out messages to followers, and this can be integrated with your email, Gmail, or Outlook. You have the ability to create and edit templates as well, so we can send email messages quickly out to our contacts here. And all of that is logged down below in the chatter. Under log note, this is where we can log internal communication. We have the ability to tag internal users or followers. We can create activities to do. So we could follow up on a payment, schedule the time and date, assign it to someone, and that will be logged under a planned activity. This will also show up on my activities list. So under contacts, I can drill down and see what is scheduled for me in this follow-up on a payment. So I'm going to drill down into that and see the additional notes there. Then I can also actually search within the chatter now. This is a new feature for Odoo 17. So by searching payment reminder, it's going to pull up that specific message that was sent out as well, or anything that was related. All right, so let's go back out now to our dashboard. And let's move into our inventory module, where we're going to highlight a few more changes and also take a look into another key component of Odoo in our workflow, the product form. Upon opening the inventory module, we have our dashboard, and a change from the previous Odoo versions is the drop-down menu for operations. Now in 17, you can see each inventory operation separately, really simplifying the navigation throughout the module. Using the toolbar, we're going to go ahead and take a look at our product form. Clicking here will bring up all of our products in our Kanban view. Again, this is similar throughout the system. We have the ability to change this view to list if we wanted, but we're going to use the new enhanced search feature to go ahead and filter out by a custom group. And then what we're going to be looking specifically for once we've done that is our office lamp. So we can type that in here to pull that up. On our product form is where we're going to define everything about our product, whether this first can be sold, purchased, expensed, rented. In this case, this is a product that is both purchased and sold. Under the general information tab, this is where we're going to specify the product type, invoicing policy, our sales price, categories for tax purposes. We can add that there, the cost, as well as product category. And then down below you have internal notes for the product. You can write that there. Under attributes and variants, this is where we can specify different options that we have for a particular product, whether it's finish or color. Under the sales tab, this is for e-commerce as well as point of sale. You can suggest things for upsell, making it available in your point of sale system, as well as adding a sales description. Under the purchase tab, this is where we can utilize the vendor options. So if you buy this from more than one vendor, you can add them both here and associate the cost as well as lead times. Under inventory, this is where you're going to manage your operations and how you're getting the product. So whether it's buying, manufacturing, we have traceability as tracking as well. Under accounting, this is where you're going to put your journals and information for the particular product. Again, the smart buttons are in a different location above our form now, and a new smart button here is called Documents. Now we have the ability to attach product-related documents to the associated product. In addition, we can also make a document visible to customers, either by adding it at the quotation or the conformed order level. So we can go ahead and save that here, and now that's available to us. Let's go now to look at our on-hand quantity. We can see that there. We can see our min-maxes. We're low on this, so we want to go ahead and replenish our order. On this pop-up is where we're going to identify the quantity, the scheduled date, preferred route, as well as the vendor that we'd like to get this particular product from. So once I confirm that, I'm going to see a pop-up here in the right top corner that purchase order 12 has been generated, and by clicking on it, it's going to take me directly to that purchase order draft where I can go on to confirm the order. So let's go ahead and confirm everything is accurate, and then we'll go ahead and click the confirm order button. Now, I won't be able to create a draft bill for this purchase order until the products have been received. So for the sake of our demonstration today, we're going to go ahead and receive this into the system by clicking on the Receive Products button up here at the top of our form. The beauty of an ERP is that interconnected design that allows us to seamlessly flow between modules as we're working. So before we can go ahead and validate this order receipt, we're also going to need to go in and perform our quality check. We'll add our details, pass the QC, and now our lamps have been received into our inventory and we are ready to sell. Let's go back to the home screen, and now we're going to access our sales module. The dashboard on our sales module here shows all of our orders and quotations under my profile. I'm going to click on the action button here to create a new order. Once I've added our customer's information, we can go ahead and add our products in one of two ways. First, by typing in the product, and second, through the use of the catalog feature that was added to Odoo 17. From the catalog, I can select as many products and add the quantity directly from this screen, and it will transfer to the quotation. Now, on the quotation, it looks like we're going to update the quantity on this one. Everything looks good to go. So we're going to go ahead and confirm this order. Now, you'll notice that we have a Create Invoice button here, which can be used for full invoicing or even a deposit. We're not taking a deposit on this order, however, and can't create a draft invoice until our product has actually shipped based on the control settings we have at the product level. So with that order now confirmed, we're going to see that we have one delivery order or smart button has been activated. We can see that we have our products actually in stock and ready to go. So let's transition into a warehouse employee and jump into our inventory module. From our dashboard, we can drill down into our delivery orders, and we're going to be looking for sales order 40. So we'll find the actual source document. Here it is, 40, and we're going to drill into that, and we want to go ahead and ship this to the customer, so we'll validate it now. Now, when we validate this, we're actually going to have an SMS delivery text sent out to our customer. So by confirming this as being shipped, we're going to send out a text message as well confirming that for Deco Addict. So now we've moved that to the done state, and we are ready to go ahead and invoice our customer. Jumping back into our sales module, we're going to hover over the To Invoice at the top and select Orders to Invoice from the drop-down menu. This will filter out all sales orders that have been delivered to the customer and are eligible for invoicing. Today I'm going to go ahead and create draft invoices for all of those that are ready. I also have the option of consolidating billing here. This allows me to create one invoice for all orders related to the same customer and invoicing address. Now I have a list of all the draft invoices, and I'd like to go ahead and see the source documents. So by selecting the ellipsis, I can add that additional column here to the dashboard. Now I can see that sales order 40 has been consolidated with another sales order here, 22, in order to create a draft invoice. With a quick review of the line items, we're ready to confirm the draft and give it a final once-over before sending it to the customer. Now this pop-up here allows us the options of downloading, emailing, or just sending it by post, and we can also preview the message, which will detail out the invoice number, reference sales orders, and the total amount due. Clicking Send and Print will process this transaction, and a preview of the invoice can be seen on the right hand of the screen. To complete our sales to invoice workflow, we're going to move into our accounting module. We'll start with a quick overview of our accounting dashboard. Below, you can see all our journals broken out, and if you look at the top of the page, you'll see the menu breaks down things for us. Dashboard, customers, vendors, accounting. In accounting, there's reviews, journals, ledgers, etc. Reporting as well as configuration, and this is where we can specify payment terms offered, configure taxes, set up online bank synchronization, etc. Now, with a better understanding of what's included in our accounting module, let's go ahead and wrap up our workflow today and process our customer's payment. We'll select invoices from the customer drop-down menu, and we're going to find our invoice that we sent out earlier in the demo, which was a consolidated billing for sales orders 40 and 22. Here we can see that it has been posted, but it's not yet paid. So we're going to take care of that now. We've gotten a call from our customer to go ahead and proceed with the payment, but we also see that they have some outstanding credits. So we're going to use some of that to go ahead and pay for this particular invoice. We'll go down below the total amount due. This is where our outstanding credits are listed, and we're going to select the one here. So that will go ahead and give us a partial payment that we can see up here at the top on the ribbon. Then by going to the register payment button here at the top, we're going to go ahead and click that, and we'll identify the journal, the payment method, amount, and the due date, as well as a memo for reference. And once we confirm that, we're going to see that the green ribbon has changed from partial payment to in payment across the corner. And when our accounting goes in and reconciles our banking account at the end of the month, this ribbon will actually end up saying paid. And that's all for us today. I hope you've enjoyed our walkthrough of a sales to invoice workflow and seeing some of the new features Odoo 17 has to offer. If you'd like a more in-depth demo and to explore how Confianz could help you successfully implement Odoo for your business, contact us at sales@confianzit.com or call 704-215-4622 extension 1.